Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. My name is, of course, the Battle Room, and today I am joined by my good friend Raghav. How you doing, buddy?
Colin, I have been saved. After New Orleans, after NAIC, I was hit with that post-event depression, and I fell into a catatonic state. I couldn't move, my limbs were locked, and that was until we got the new format. You could say I am now mobile. The release of Champions MB has changed me entirely, and I'm here, and I am ready to fight. But first, I need to know what to use, what is good. And you need to know too, so we have a tier list here for you today.
We're ready to break it down tier list style. Of course, a new format means a new tier list. I feel like doing one at the beginning always feels like just kind of seeing where, our mind is at originally, and then kind of seeing how wrong we were in the future is always a good time. And also, sometimes we're so right. So we'll see. This will be a fun tier list. We've got all the Pokemon in Regulation MB and all the Megas. We're going to be doing them separately, so we can, just kind of know where everything's at. So without further ado, let's begin this thing. It's going to take a bit. Hello, Battle Room Nation. I'm speaking to you now in a time of need. I need your subscriptions now. They're of the utmost importance. We need it to defeat the evil enemy of Pokemon. Please subscribe now. I'd really appreciate it. Enjoy the video. We've got Venusaur first. Where do you think Venusaur's at currently?
I think Venusaur's kind of unchanged. It's like a B or A tier Pokemon. I'll give it a B. It's still very good with Charizard. Sleep Powder shenanigans are still nice. And I think Floette's still going to be good, so that poison coverage is nice too.
Yeah, I think Sleep Powder is just good, right? Like, it kind of is just, it needs to hit. And Sleep Powder did get nerfed, obviously, in Pokemon Champions, so it kind of feels like it is still in that level of where sometimes you can just kind of face tank a Sleep Powder and just go and just win. And if they ever miss, sometimes it is just Venusaur's funeral. So I feel like Venusaur is very polarizing in what it does, but it is just kind of stuck in B. What do you think about Mega Venusaur? I think it's probably like it got a little worse, I think, with Staraptor, but at the same time, it also still is good into Floette. It does okay into Charizard. It's good into Swampert now. I think it got a little better in that regard.
Yeah, it's also bad into Metagross too, though. So I think it's like
this is still kind of the same.
Still kind of in the same spot. Maybe it is maybe a little bit worse though, with both Staraptor and Metagross being kind of these new additions that are looking pretty nice. We'll get to. I think it might be a C tier Pokemon, bro.
I think it probably is. I think it is like when it comes to the tiers, I think C is definitely still usable. It just means you have to work a little bit harder. You have to really center your team around making this Pokemon succeed and shine. And I kind of feel like that's what Mega Venusaur is, right? It's very needy in its team building.
Yeah, it has a niche, and it needs to fill that niche. Otherwise, it's not very splashable.
Yeah, and Charizard, this is just base form Charizard without a Mega. He's just F, right? He's just like, I don't even think he's F. He's just not worth using because his Megas are just
We got
so
Life
good.
Orb, dude. He's Life Orb Solar Power back.
Okay. D it is. What do you think about Charizard X? He's probably like kind of in the. You think it's D or C?
It's like C tier. It's the same. It's the same as before.
He's kind of like Venusaur, right? Like where he's very, very needy in his team building. Did he get significantly worse? Probably a little bit. Like, so he really doesn't like that Swampert Rain is a thing, right? Like that is not a good thing for our boy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's about the same as before, but Swampert Rain is not nice. Yeah, it's weak to ground. They can't really combat the rain. It's just like, it's the same as before. You need another Mega with it. He cannot be your only guy.
I think what sucks too is like, I think with the addition of Life Orb, Garchomp just, dare I say, got better, and I think that makes him worse, right? Like if Garchomp's out there hunting you down, because before Garchomp actually couldn't reliably one-shot him, right? But now with Life Orb, he totally can. Like it's way too easy. So I kind of feel like he's probably not great. All right, let's put him in S. Is he still the GOAT? That is the question I have for you, because he won. Did he win Nats? Yeah, he won NAIC. He won every tournament, right? Did he win the European one? I'm totally blanking on that one.
Dude, I don't remember, but probably. Like, yeah, he's the GOAT, man. He's easily number one.
No, he didn't win that one. Marco won with Mega Gengar, but that was just...
You're right. Yeah.
He's number one, though.
Yeah. No, Charizard's the guy to beat still.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of remains unchanged. I think there's some small things that do make him a little bit more worse, a little bit more annoying, right? Like light screen Grimmsnarl is very real. Putting screens onto anything does just help take those heat waves more. I also think Swampert Rain, specifically with the Parting Shot Grimmsnarl set, is kind of a headache for Charizard. But Charizard, he adapts, dude. He is a natural evolution master. He finds his niche in the format and finds a way to overcome the obstacles that he's always faced with.
His ability is just so good. Also, do want to point out Life Orb Garchomp also screws over Charizard a little bit. Living
True.
that Rock Slide's a lot harder now.
Yeah, we looked at it. You need to be basically like max defense, max HP, and even then, you have a chance to die. So Life Orb Garchomp is definitely very, very good into him. Regular Blastoise he's terrible. He's pretty bad.
He's a meme. He's a troll.
No, he's like actually F tier. I think Blastoise actually hangs out with the other guys though. Do you think he's B?
Dude, he might be. I feel like he's not any worse than before.
No, and like he's the thing that he does is he sets up Shell Smash and he hits you with Water Spout, and that's kind of unchanged. His targets aren't different, right? Like hitting Metagross, sure, he can do that. He can hit Staraptor with Water Spout too. It's not really like a big deal. I think maybe Grimmsnarl makes him a little worse because you can light screen in his face to give you a little bit of protection from him with priority. But even then, he's still gonna hit you with the Water Spout, so I think he's probably fine.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I don't think he's the best Pokemon in the format, but he wasn't to begin with, you know? He does his thing, and if that's what your team needs, you should use him. He's probably B tier.
Yeah. Beedrill is
B-tier.
B tier. Beedrill and its Mega are truly just giga bad. Like they're just not even funny.
Dude, why the fuck is there a random Arbok?
He's in the game, dude. We'll get to him. We'll get to him. Yeah, Pidgeot's terrible. Okay, dude, I want to make an argument for D tier Mega Pidgeot though.
Okay, I'm listening.
So I played against this thing before NAIC, and it's so fast, and it can set up Tailwind just like right in your face. Paired with Rotom Wash, he was disgusting. I think it was like a specific team I was using was so weak to the Heat Wave and flying coverage of Mega Pidgeot that I think he is a fast enough Tailwind to justify D tier.
I mean, what speed does he have? Is it 190? Dude, that's faster than Sneasler.
Yeah. He's got use, but very
you could
little.
run Hurricane, Heat Wave, dude. Is he the
Mhm.
sleeper?
He's definitely not the sleeper, but he's not. I don't think he's like.
Is it bad?
Yeah, he's not as bad as these guys.
All right, I'm honestly sold already.
I don't think he is like catch ups to those guys though. Arbok, terrible, right?
You're asking for confirmation here.
Okay, yeah. And then Pikachu, terrible too. I think Pikachu, like small note, like one sentence on Pikachu, he did get worse. I think the Raichu's existing. Oh, maybe that actually makes him better though, because he can Lightning Rod. He doesn't need to Mega Evolve. Either way, I think he's pretty bad. You shouldn't really use Pikachu.
Yeah, unless you're making a joke, so, you know.
Raichu.
No, it's like a D tier Pokemon.
It's like okay. I think like the thing about Raichu is that he does have some neat synergy with Staraptor specifically. You're able to potentially charm Staraptor. You can nuzzle things for speed control for Staraptor. He kind of just fits into that niche, and he also redirects all the enemy Raichus into him. So he's kind of like the Raichu counter. But I think he is probably still D. I just think there's probably better partners to run with Staraptor anyways. But like he does have a little bit of a niche, like very little.
You made him sound real nice, but the thing is, like we're gonna talk about right now, I think they're false threats. Like, let's start with this Mega Raichu. Was that Y or X?
This is X.
Okay. It's not very good, in my opinion. I think it's C. I think it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think it's probably around there. I think the biggest issue with Raichu X is that electric terrain, like if we got the electric seed, I think that I could see him having more use. I think there could be some creative stats you could run to give something a defense boost, could be very valuable, especially in this meta. But unfortunately, we don't have electric seed. So it's like, what does his terrain help you with? Like, besides powering himself up to hurt himself with Volt Tackle, like it's like what, stopping Venusaur, stopping Vivillon?
He might be D.
I think he could be D. I think he's probably like he's bottom of C at least. We can revisit him in a bit, but I think he's
I think he's worse than both those guys next to him. I don't know.
Oh, 100%. I think this one is like probably actually C tier though, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we should put XD and leave Raichu Y in C. But I still think Raichu Y is worse than both Venusaur and Charizard, probably.
Probably. Probably. I think Venusaur is always like kind of annoying. Like into the right teams, Venusaur is
Yeah.
brutal. Raichu is kind of gimmicky. I think the issue is that like the theory behind him is that like he would help give you speed control. He does a ton of damage with Zap Cannon. But the issue is like Tailwind exists and Priority Tailwind exists. So it's like you need to run Tailwind with him. And then it's like, dude, what are we doing? We lost the plot. We're now running Tailwind to help our super fast paralyzed guy beat everything. Like, are we serious? You know what I mean? Like, it
And
just
he's so frail. He's so frail. It's like you're using your Mega Pokemon on a 60-55, and he's not Gengar. Like, he can't.
yeah.
Even Gengar's bulkier than him, actually. So it's just not worth it.
No. I think he's fun though. Like I definitely think he's still like in the usable tier of Pokemon, but he's probably not like you're not gonna see him win Worlds, but he will. You'll see.
Never say never. Justin Bieber told me that.
I think this guy sucks, right? Like he's
Yeah.
the issue is that his best partner is right here, but there's a thing called a species clause, so you don't get to use
You
him.
can't even do it.
Yeah, because like these two, like I don't think it would necessarily be like broken, but it would give him more of a shot of being good. But yeah, unfortunately, he's not great. I think Clefable actually got a little bit. I think Clefable's. I think it's probably C.
Yeah,
But
it's about the same as before.
the thing about Clefable though is he got a little bit better, but it kind of depends on how much of a Pokemon Staraptor is, because it does hard counter Staraptor. It ignores all the boosts with Unaware, and then it can redirect hits, or it can just like try to kill Staraptor with a Stab Moonblast. But at the same time, it's also Clefable. Like it just doesn't feel great to use this Pokemon.
I think I am a little optimistic though. Like the way you're describing its use in a Staraptor, it's like it depends on how warped the metagame becomes. Like if
Yeah.
Sneasler is a little bit less used, if Metagross isn't just everywhere, then Clefable could be that guy. Like, he is a good Pokemon. Like sometimes,
In a vacuum, it can be good in certain matchups,
yeah.
but I don't think it's
Mega?
like.
It's like a F tier Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like the flying type is cool, but yeah, unfortunately, it's just really, really bad.
Just give us Togekiss back. It's fine.
It's true. But Togekiss will actually. I'm kind of. I don't want to get too sidetracked on Togekiss, but Togekiss would be very interesting to see back in competitive play because we've never seen it like at its peak. Like, because it got its peak with Dynamax, right, and all that Airstream shenanigans that it did. But at the same time, we never got it just like as a baby, like no Dynamax option, right? And I think it would be very good. Like I think it would be a strong pick, especially because the crit build still works with Super Luck. It can still just crit you 50% of the time with Dazzling Gleam,
Flinchy, bro.
or flinch you, or it can just set up what is it? He can just be a follow me like support Pokemon, and it's just good. We just haven't gotten to use it. It's just been gone.
No, I just love that guy.
Togekiss is sick. I think this Pokemon got like so Pyroar. There's a tournament that just took place. It was I covered it in yesterday's video, but Ninetales did win with Pyroar, which is pretty crazy. But it's still probably kind of a C or D tier mon, right? Like I just don't.
Yeah, I would honestly probably put a D, but like it can be used, which is to show you like, hey, just because we put something in D tier doesn't mean that it's, completely unusable. It's just like outside of maybe one or two geniuses, you're probably not gonna make it work. Maybe it's not the most consistent, but I do think Ninetales is funny, dude. It can click fake tiers. It sets up the sun. The sun's never a bad thing.
I think it fits the pacing really, really well for like those Pyroar type teams as well. Like it does. Like Pyroar doesn't want like Pyro Torkoal is good. Don't get me wrong. I think the helping hand set is strong, but like the idea of just having two fast fire spammers and just committing to spamming fire moves, I think Ninetales is a little bit better than Torkoal. But I do think it's kind of D. It's just like it needs a perfect team. I think this is A. I think Ninetales Alolan just got better.
Got better? Why is it better?
I think because it helps so much. Like I think because rain wasn't really a thing, right? Like it was a thing in MB, but I was talking about it with my buddy Alex, and we looked, the best finishing rain team at NAIC was like top 64, right? It did not have a good showing. And that was like a Politoed Parish Rain pseudo team, right? But I think with Swampert, Rain is now like it might not be the best archetype, but I think Swampert Rain is a very real thing that you're gonna have to deal with, and Rain in general with Metagross seems pretty strong. That I think having weather control is more important in this format because now you're dealing with sun, rain, and sand. So for me, it makes Ninetales more important.
I agree with you entirely. It also got access to light clay again, so you
True.
don't just have to run the focus sash set. Now you can have light clay with your Aurora
Yes.
Veil.
Yes. I
So I
forgot
think
about
it's
that.
better. A is very strong.
I think it's
I'm not
bottom.
sure if it's A or B, but like I'm okay with this.
I also think freeze dry, like it's kind of a funny
Yeah.
move that it can actually just body Swampert as well. But yeah, I think it's a cool. Like you're right. I forgot about the light clay set. That's true. I think it's probably like bottom of A. We can move him around a little bit later, but for now, I kind of want to just leave him in A and see where things go. I think Vileplume is like low key D. It's kind of like the same with
Nah,
Ninetales.
C, dude. It's got sleep powder and after you. It's got after you, man.
I guess I can't. I do kind of think it's probably better than Clefable. Like I would rather use this thing than Clefable. I think.
Dude, I'm honestly a Vileplume truther, dude. I think it could work. It's got 110 special attack.
It
Like,
gets Moonblast too. Don't forget.
what the fuck?
Yeah, because it's. I think because like I was gonna say like flowers like the moon, but that's just like not. That's not really
Some of
true.
them, dude. Sure, yeah, they
Yeah,
do. They do. I'm okay
yeah.
with that.
So I don't understand how he gets Moonblast or why, but he does.
Dude,
I
I
think
think after you sleep powder, Sludge Bomb is good enough.
it really is, and I think it like kind of gives Torkoal a little bit more life as well. Like it can kind of bend those Torkoal teams to give it another mode, another threatening option, right? We've seen after you sleep powder do good in the past. Okay, I could see a C. I'll leave him in C.
And it's just fast enough, dude. Outspeeds Mega Aerodactyl in the sun.
Yeah, it does bear. I think you need to be max speed timid, right?
Yeah. It's base 50 speed. But like it's just good enough, dude. I
It is.
believe in him. It's C. It's C.
I could see the Vileplume team being real. Arcanine, I think I don't want to put him in F, but I don't think he's D worthy. I don't think you should use this Pokemon.
No, he's terrible. Just put him.
I think
there's
he's
just
F.
no reason to use
There's
him.
no
You have
reason to use him.
Incineroar.
You have
You have
Instant,
his
or you have
brother
this
here.
one. The brother's
Yeah,
way
yeah.
better.
Yeah, bro's way better. Rock type in this format, just because Charizard's everywhere. Again, I think it's pretty solid B. We were seeing him, pick up in usage a little bit at the end of last format, and I think he's solid. I think the Rock Head set was really interesting that like Michael used.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a C tier Pokemon. I'm not sure, but I think Arcanine is just good still.
Yeah, I think the Sash Rockhead set, like we were testing it a lot for Nationals. We really wanted to make it work, and it felt really, really good. It was one of my favorite sets to use in the whole format. Like he just nukes everything with Head Smash because you take no recoil, so you're just like hitting Rockhead Head Smash after Rockhead Head Smash, and everything's just dying. So I don't think he like loses much value. I think he kind of stays the same, and he's probably kind of a B tier pick. But I think on certain teams he can really shine.
Yeah, no, and it just feels wrong clicking Flare Blitz and taking no recoil. Like
It does.
It makes you feel like, oh my god, am I cheating right now, dude? This is crazy.
It breaks my brain, dude. Okay, so this guy is pretty terrible. He's F. This guy is also F. I don't think yeah, no need to.
Dude, we got a nice little streak going here.
Ooh, okay, low key. The bell.
Lucky, dude, we're not ready to talk about her yet. Dude. After her Nats, dude. If you know, you know. We don't talk about her.
Okay. This guy, he's the bad one, I would argue. I think he's like probably D. He can set up Trick Room, like.
Dude, we have this conversation every tier list, and never have I ever seen a team with it. Like, that either of them do anything. Like,
It's
come
true.
on.
Every time, dude, I stand up for my boy Slowbro, and for like no reason, and he never does anything in the entire format. This one, I think he's like Pidgeot, right? Like he's like you can do something with him. He can like body press stuff. Like it's kind of gimmicky, but you could do it.
Can we fuck up the whole tier list, make a normal one, but just put Pidgeot in like A or something? He deserves it.
This one is like a little bit better. I think he's like about Alolan Raichu level, like where they're like. Yeah,
Sure, man.
I'm just gonna stop. This guy also is really good at setting up Trick Room, dude. But if you know, you know, and it kind of ruins the whole thing. Is like you lead Blastoise plus Gengar, but I see those guys. I see those guys ever so often on the ladder, and I don't fall for it. I know what they're doing, but he's kind of D tier because he can't be faked out. Can set up Trick Room, but I don't.
think if you have like just open Pokemon Champions, right, and you don't have a bunch of Pokemon, and he's one of the first ones you get, he's pretty solid. I mean,
Yeah.
but otherwise, like, yeah, you probably shouldn't use him.
What about this guy? Where do you think Mega Gengar is? I feel like he's so weird because he did win a regional. He won a tournament in Pokemon Champions, but at the same time, he's just been so lackluster and so mid. Like not mid, but like he just hasn't lived up to the prophecy that people thought he was going to just be Giga Broken like S1, right? But now
Yeah.
he's
I
just
think
been
he's an
okay.
8 tier Pokemon still. Well, I think we on the Battle Room will always, at least me, will always be high on Gengar just because he's that
Yeah,
guy.
I know you are, dude. Every time we build, bro, I'm just trying to get you off of him, but you refuse. You always got to build a Gengar team.
Because he's sick, dude. But I don't think he's as good as some of the other Megas. So I think A is fine. I could even be sold that he's B, but he's so strong. And we're putting them together with the other Pokemon. Like, a Mega Gengar is going to be better than, the regular Venusaur.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Kangaskhan. Okay, this is actually stupid because this Kangaskhan is actually real, and so is this one.
Yeah.
Silksarf Kangaskhan. It's just kind of I think it's D. Like, it helps set up Trick Room and it hits you with Last Resort. It's gimmicky. It's stupid, but it does do a lot of damage.
Dude, maybe it's better. I feel like hard PR is a little bit more real, right?
You think so?
I don't know. I'm just saying that. I don't know if it got anything.
The big thing it got was honestly is Mawile. I think Mawile is
Yeah.
because a lot of players like we saw in the tournament that I covered yesterday, Len VGC actually used a Mawile team that had a Swords Dance Mawile to kind of replace like King Gambit traditionally has been on those teams as like the late game Swords Dance sweeper. But now you have Mawile who can kind of come in during those mid games. It has access to Hyper Cutter, and then you can Swords Dance your way through in the end game and potentially threaten Sucker Punches from a huge power Mawile. So like in that regard, like it's a little better, but he didn't even use Kangaskhan, so I don't think
No,
Kangaskhan
it
is
should
better.
just be D. It should just be D.
I think
yeah.
they're around the same level, to be honest with you. Like, it's just kind of like which hard trick room do you want to run? Do you want to use Mega Kangaskhan or nah? Right? Like that's kind of the question you ask yourself.
Yeah, I think as the format developed, we realized Mega Kangaskhan pretty bad.
As time goes on, every single day, I think Kangaskhan is worse and worse. Like my opinion on Kangaskhan gets lower.
Which is it's honestly a blessing if we time traveled back to 2015.
Yeah, and they told Shoma that he would just cry tears of joy. This guy sucks. This guy is also like, I don't want to even put it in D. It can do something, but it's really gimmicky and stupid. We don't have to talk about Pinsir. Didn't we joked about Pinsir being good last time though, didn't we?
He's S tier, dude. It's fuck. It's like it's not a big deal.
This Tauros isn't worth using. The question here is like, I don't even think I think they're D tier mons. I don't think Tauroses are very good.
Nah, no. Even when they do well, it's like a one-off, weird team that like it does okay on. So I think D is pretty valid for it.
I think they're both kind of D. I think the water one is significantly better, but that's just kind of it's whatever, right? Like it's not.
Yeah.
He's barely better. I think it's just usually his typing is good, but I love Tauros too. That's the sad part. I think he's awesome. Do you think Gyarados is F?
It's probably D tier. It's not worse than Slowbro, bro.
Yeah, you're right. It's not worse. It's like literally like Tauros level, right? It's like they have Intimidate, so they're like kind of okay always. I think Mega Gyarados is probably also D. I just don't. I think it got worse, man.
It was the number 1 seed going into Indianapolis.
It
If
was.
that counts for anything.
It counts a
It's
little
top
bit.
bet. Yeah,
I think
it's still I wouldn't give it a C tier,
No
but it
way.
is good in the Metagross. It's good in the Swampert. Not so good in the Staraptor.
No, not at all. It's also not good into Floette. It doesn't really love Charizard either. It's
just
cool.
sucks.
It's cool in a way, but yeah, Ditto actually is terrible. Funnily enough.
I don't know why, but I guess I know why. It needs the format needs to be more strong for Ditto to be good.
Yeah, you need like, and can he steal Megas? I don't think he can, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I think that just makes him even worse because now there's a slot you just can't steal, and that's usually their best guy. I'll get rid of these guys. How do you feel about
What?
Aerodactyl? Oh, you want?
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, what?
How do you feel about Aerodactyl?
Aerodactyl's still solid. I still like him, especially the Sash set.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a solid B tier Pokemon. I'm so happy with him.
Better or worse than Venusaur? Probably about here. Probably top
Yeah,
of me right now.
he's there. I think Tailwind's still good. Rockslide still good. Dual Wing Beat's still good. Guard could be good too. I'm happy with him. I don't think he's that much worse. I don't think he's better. That's for sure. I think Mega Arrow's a little bit worse, but I would still give it like a B tier, A tier, one of those two.
I think he's probably A. I think that he still has value. Like, I think there's some of it is just like letting the dust settle. But I still think he's got a very, very fast Tailwind. He's amazing into Charizard, no matter the circumstances.
Staraptor.
Staraptor, I don't think he necessarily loves, but you could hit it with Dual Wing Beat. You can hit it with Ice Fang. Like, Rock Slide 2
Wait,
is
what are you
like neutral.
talking about? Rock Slide.
It's neutral though. It's a fighting type.
It's been a fighting type this whole time.
Yeah, it's fight. That's why it's so good. Is that it is?
Holy shit, dude! I was like, why
Yeah.
is that close combat doing so much?
Yeah, it's stab. It's stab. That's what makes it like. That's why I think like.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot, Colin.
Yeah, dude. That's why Floette's good into it. We made a video, dude, where we hit it with the super effective Dazzling Gleam and Moonblast.
I wasn't paying it. I was so high. Oh my god, dude, that's so much sense. I was like, that did so much to start after. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Luigi's pretty good. Yeah. I think Eric's still into it. Okay.
Yeah, and I think like we saw it even won NAIC against those Tailwind Whimsicott teams that like you would think would give Aerodactyl a little bit more problems, but it worked out. So I think that Aerodactyl is probably just still chilling in A. I think it's a strong mon. It has a lot of great utility, good coverage, honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you think about Snorlax?
He's just a solid C tier Pokemon, I think. Maybe
think he's
he might be
good.
D. He's so fat. The problem is making him useful. It's like he doesn't do much back. Like, yeah, he's around, but he's just kind of sleeping like he says he's gonna do. It can click yawn.
Yeah, I think the yawn trapping can be very annoying, but you're right. He just kind of like hangs out on the battlefield and you're like, dude, do something, like stop yawning.
Yeah.
But I think he's got potential. Like I do think he's better than a lot of these guys.
Oh, 100%.
Regular Dragonite.
I still love this man. I think he can be B tier. I still love Dragonite. I will always be a Dragonite fan. I don't think he's any worse right now, right? Like, he's just fine.
Mhm.
Still good into Charizard, still bulky, and still able to click Extreme Speed and Dragon Claw. I can also set up Tailwind, so I think I'm okay with D-Knight being like a B tier Pokemon.
Yeah, I think he's pretty flexible too. That's the thing, is like he's good on Gengar. Mostly, you usually see him on Gengar. I think that's where he shines the most. But he can kind of be on run on a lot of comps. He's annoying for Sun, and that just instantly gives him some value. What about his big brother, Mega Dragonite?
I think it's in the same place, to be honest. I still like him. He was better than we anticipated for sure. We both used him at
Mhm.
Indianapolis Regionals. I'm a fan, but I think he's not super happy about Metagross, but otherwise, like, I think he's fine. I think he's relatively unchanged. We need the dust to settle to see, like, does he still have that niche? Is he really good down that Rain's a little better? It's yet to be seen. So I think B tier, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think he does have potential. Like, his stats are nuts. He's very simple. Like, he is just a special attacking, multi-scale, bulky, fast Mega. That's what he's just a stat ball, right? And I think his matchup into Sun has always been very, very good, and I don't think that's gonna necessarily change. Life Orb Garchomp is a little bit annoying, right?
Yeah.
With all the Garchomps running max speed, running that Life Orb, he's a little bit easier to take down. It could move him down, but I think worst case, he's like C, B, right? Like, he's still like a pretty solid Pokemon. Multi-scale still exists.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
All right, next up is Meganium. Meganium's trash. How do you feel about Mega Meganium? I love Mega Meganium's design, the ability, the moves. It's just not good, right? Like, it's just not.
With
not it.
Swampert, I think she's a solid F tier Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah, she's terrible, dude. I literally think she's done nothing the whole time.
Yeah.
And we were duped by awesomeness.
It looks so, the signature ability, the typing, the moves, Weather Balls, Fire Weather Ball in the rain. Garbage. This guy sucks. He's so bad. You should never use this one. Like, this one is so trash. This one, though, is probably C. He's kind of chilling.
Yeah, C tier is fine. It's still pretty bad just with King Gambit and everything, but and Megas, like, I just think it's just like you know?
Yeah, it's true. You have to run a lot of, like, you usually need Fergraph, you usually need Whimsicott. Like, you need both Pokemon to enable a non-Mega. And it's like, dude, can we stop? Like, I don't want to commit 3 Pokemon to make this one guy work, right? It just doesn't seem worth it.
Just use Mega Charizard, dude. It's like fine.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's okay, though. He really is. This guy sucks. This guy is so bad. Unfortunately, Gyarados, he had his time in the sun for like a second, but then that's it. He's kind of bad still. Bad.
Ampharos D tier.
D? You think so?
Yeah, that's gonna go. He's Raging Bolt, dude. He's Raging Bolt.
He's Raging Bolt. Okay, he can hang out in D. Azumarill also. I think Azumarill I think it might be F, but it could be D.
I think it's D.
It has belly drum, right? You can have some shenanigans with it.
You could use it on Perish. It could be doing
You
something.
could be doing something. Speaking of Parrish, Politoed, I think he's a C tier mon. I think he's like captain of the seas, right? Like he has these couple comps.
Captain of the Seas.
He's so good on. We're like, I think Politoed, like on Parrish with Gengar, he's like an A tier mon on that team. But it's only on that team, right? That's only where he's good. But he's very good at doing his job on that team.
No, there's one more team, which is the Espathra, Calm Mind,
Oh my
Baton Pass
god.
teams.
Yeah.
He's also decent on that, and for that reason, he is a C tier Pokemon.
He's very, very niche. We can ditch these guys. Dare we talk about the Kings?
Dare we talk about him for this second? No, those were the bros. My bad.
No, dude, the Kings are the one that I'm even higher on, dude. I think the bros are
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. No, I'm with you.
This guy gets no chilly reception, so we can set up the snow. This one, dude, people like top level players were using him, and I just never figured out why or understood why. I actually
2017.
no, they were using him this year, dude.
What?
He
When?
wasn't.
Who?
You said 2017. This guy came out in the Crown Tundra DLC in 2022 or whatever, man.
I'm talking about Slow King, not
Oh, yeah.
not the Poison Man.
Yeah, no, the regular Slow King's terrible. But Eric Rios was using him. I don't know, dude. I made a video last night that didn't end up. I ended up playing ad music in it by accident. It ruined the entire video. And I did talk about this guy in the video for a solid amount of time, and I just still don't know what he does, man. I don't know what makes him so good, like with Eerie Spell.
All right, let's just put him honorary B then. No, I'm kidding.
Let's put him honorary D. He's awesome. Steelix
Yeah.
sucks. Mega Steelix, dude. I think Wolf hit the meta.
Wolf did.
For Wolf for sure, but I think Wolf just hit that meta at the perfect moment where Steelix was fire. But I don't think Steelix like has that staying power. You know what I mean? Like I think it was a great call for that tournament, but as the metas progress, as things have changed, I just don't think Steelix is necessarily it.
No, it's very much like a one-hit wonder.
Mhm.
And it's like only him, dude. Like only he could do some shit like that, right? I feel like now everyone knows what it does. It's just not very. I'm not a believer in Steelix, bro.
No, not at all. Dude, you know what Pokemon I think is really bad is actually Scizor. I think Scizzor's really bad just because Charizard is so good that this Pokemon is just like, I thought it had so much potential. Like I was down to commit to it day 3 of the format. I was like, dude, I think Scizzor's my mega. Like I'm gonna be the Scizor guy. And then I played like one game with them. Like, dude, I'm not the Scizor guy. Like I don't want to use this thing.
That is something Colin does, guys, where he'll say something with such confidence, and literally a day later he'll be like, "This shit sucks, dude. It's actually terrible. Like I hate it so much." And I'm kind of with you. I don't think it's very good. I don't even think it's good enough into Floette because you just intimidate it. Like
Yeah.
Floette Instant is like pretty bad for Scizor.
It also just kills it, man. Like the fact that he gets intimidated by Incineroar and then dies to Incineroar and then also could just get parting shot. It just sucks, dude. It's just terrible. I think I'll put Scizor in D though. I think like he is definitely as good as like Pidgeot and Steelix, right? But he's just, I think these Pokemon just suck because of Charizard being so good and so relevant.
Yeah, I honestly was gonna say Scizor should probably be C, but like maybe it's not.
I don't know if it is. It's just so difficult to make him work. These guys just suck.
Heracross is really good, dude.
I like Mega Skarmory. I'm gonna put him kind of in the same boat. I tried to make him work. I really wanted to use him at Indianapolis, but the issue is that his move to kill Charizard, he outspeeds Charizard, of course, but his move to kill Charizard is Rock Tomb, which is the easiest move in the game to switch King Gambit into. And King Gambit walls this guy just outright, which for me, it just makes him a fraudster. Like it just sucks that he can't do anything to King Gambit.
Yeah, it feels like it has very one-dimensional answers, and like, unless you're actually the GOAT, your Mega should probably have a spread move.
Yeah. I just think like also usually like you'll notice that a lot of the good megas are special attackers. Like that's just kind of how it is. Just the way that the format ends up working out. And unfortunately, running a physical mega, you have to have a very good reason to. And I just don't think there's a good reason to run that guy. I'm the biggest Houndoom hater. I don't know why he's in the game. I don't know why he is a mega. He is truly fucking terrible. Where's
You're gonna be upset
Tyranitar?
about our roast team then.
Where's Tyranitar? I think he's like a B tier mon, right? But
Yeah,
I guess,
T-Star's B.
do you think he's B or is just Mega T-Tar B?
That's actually a really good question because for some reason, and I don't know if we're, being like no, we're not trying enough, but like every single T-Tar ever been used in this format just has the Mega Stone on it.
Yeah.
Like surely you could run like Chopal or Sash or some shit on it, right? And it'll still be decent. But no, it's always Mega. So maybe let's just put regular T-Tar in C and Mega in B.
Yeah.
But I do think, really, with the Steelix team, going back to it, Wolf showcased Dragon Dance T-Tar being kind of a monster, and I
Yeah.
think that's some creativity. I think Mega T-Tar is very much like, hey, if you can figure out the right team for it at the right time, it can take over. It's just a little bit tricky with, how many threats are hostile towards it, like Sneasler and shit.
Yeah, and now I mean even just Pokemon like Metagross, who's potentially running Body Press right now to deal with King Gambit. Like I think there's just like a lot of like accidental like oh shit, right? Like because he shares that weakness with King Gambit. But you're right. I think Dragon Dance T-Tar looked so good. Wolf made it look like one of the best Pokemon in the game, and so I agree that it was like that was what like I feel like T-Tar stayed on and people are still using it to this day, and I think that he kind of will be pretty decent. I think B tier fits him very very well.
Yeah, he's a B tier ban.
All right, next up is going to be Sceptile. This guy is ass, but Mega Sceptile. So there's been murmurs, right, that Sceptile might be the GOAT. We're actually going to be using him today in another video, but Sceptile with Earth Power is kind of sick nasty with it. Like grass, ground, dragon coverage, kind of cool. I think he deserves D.
D is a good place to put it. Because you're saying he's the GOAT. I'm like, dude, what Mega Sceptile's always been ass. Like, that's his thing. It's like his yearbook quote, I'm ass. Like, I feel like there's no way. Because Lightning Rod's also not that useful as stats, but power's nice, dude. I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah, he gets a ground move. And then, like, I think the idea is you just pair him with a Scarf Rotom. Like, that's just, like, he's very one-dimensional.
Discharge, okay.
Yeah, you're just discharge spamming. And then you just get sniped little KOs with the +1 EP. Okay, this is actually an interesting one. Regular Blaziken. He is known as the coaching demon, bro. He is one of the best coaches.
I've been a Blaziken fan since Regulation H. I think he could do steer. I think he could do something. I think we should put him in C. I think coaching next to like Metagross, King Gambit, like he can get a little nasty with it. And the firefighting coverage is really nice this format. So I'm kind of a believer, low key.
Speed boost is great. Sash is just so easy. Like I do think like I used Sneasler with coaching and it felt really, really good. Coaching was so good in the format. And I just kind of think that coaching Blaziken will probably be pretty decent as well, right? Like it can get the job done. I do think he's probably viable skill or strength level.
Yeah, and like it can do damage with a Sash set. Like you can run Overheat, you can run Aura Sphere, you can even run like Will-O-Wisp and stuff. Like he's got some creativity built into him. So I think B is valid. I think the Mega, which we're gonna cover, might be worse.
Yeah, probably. I think it's probably. I mean, like, dude, I think Sceptile is better for sure. Like, I don't even want to put him near Sceptile. I think, like,
all in the same tier, by the way.
He kind of is like the same. Like, King Gambit Blaziken is probably the way, right? That's probably the way to use him. Just to deter those intimidates, put that pressure on. He can try potentially one shot in Sinnoh with close combat. I'm gonna say he's D. We're gonna be testing him out very shortly, very soon. So we'll have better information soon. So be sure to check out that video. But yeah, I'll say he's D.
We'll do some more research. Yeah,
we'll do some more research. Base Swamper's terrible. What about Mega Swampert? He has been the talk of the town, dare I say. He is very, very cool right now. This is the best he's ever been in his entire existence. Do you think he's A or B? That's kind of the question I have.
Okay, I want to put him in A, but I feel like it's so untested. But I like him, dude. I really like him. I remember when this format MA first dropped, I was like, where's my boy Swampert, dude? I want to use a Swampert Rain team. I think he could be good. And I think getting things like Grimmsnarl will really help him a lot. Like being able to parting shot into Rain rather than have to have like Rain Dance or like some Volt Switch shenanigans. I think he's well supported right now. And Wide Guard also being like built into Pelipper makes it better into like Sinistra and stuff. So I'm feeling an A tier here, dude.
I'm feeling an A too. I think also the big thing is like I think the minute Rillaboom comes back, he's back out of a job, right? He's unemployed.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how he has to be because his weakness is so pronounced. But the thing is if you look at our tier list, you look at all these Pokemon, like there's only like 2 good grass types, right? Like Sinnoh and Venusaur. So a lot of the time that big weakness that they teach you about in trainer school is not a factor. It doesn't really hurt him that much that I do think he could potentially be A. I also think he is a fantastic second mega option. I think double mega rain Swampert teams seem like they could be a very, very prominent threat in this regulation.
Yeah, and the thing is, even though he's probably best on a double mega team, he does feel pretty bringable into everything other than, let's say, Mega Venusaur. Because that Wave Crash just does so much damage in the rain. It didn't have that before.
Yeah. Wave Crash is another huge buff. He got Flip Turn as well, which is kind of neat. We haven't really seen a ton of it, but I think just ground water coverage, like he just can hit everything really, really hard. And again, like type chart doesn't matter when you have a Rain Wave Crash, right? From a Mega Swampert.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's solid.
His brother, Pelipper, I forgot they're next to each other. Pelipper's probably, like, I think it's B. Like, it kind of hangs out with Tyranitar, but I do think Pelipper got a lot better, specifically with this Parting Shot Grimmsnarl interaction that we keep talking about. Right now, it's like really, really good way to help get rid of Charizard and guarantee your weather. So I feel like Pelipper got a lot better in this regulation.
Pelipper's solid. I feel like, yeah, before the problem was that he didn't have good enough guys to support. But we've seen that the lack of electric types allows you to run like a bulkier Pelipper too. You're not just locked into Sash. So you can run those 4-attack wide guard Citrus Berry sets. I think B tier is pretty good for it. Right now, I'm honestly wondering like, what is even gonna take up our A tier other than this? Is like it looks funky right now. So I'm curious to see where the list kind of finishes out.
Gardevoir's terrible. Mega Gardevoir's weird. I think it got a little worse, right? Like I don't think it likes Swampert. I don't think it likes Mega Metagross. I think there's a lot of things that just kind of make Gardevoir really sweat and really not have a good time. But at the same time, the Gardevoir truthers, they will continue to push the Gardevoir agenda and try to make this Pokemon shine. But it's probably like, is it D or is it C?
I think it's C. I think it's ass, but like it's not worse than Typhlosion or Snorlax.
That's true. That feels like unjust to say those things. Dude, maybe Snorlax is D.
Yeah, Snorlax is definitely D.
D for Snorlax. Yeah, I mean, Gardevoir just requires a lot. Like, it's just like, man, just use Floette if you have it. Like, that's kind of the thing. Is like, it feels like Floette is usually just the better version. And it does kind of what Gardevoir wants to do, but better. Gardevoir's biggest sell is that it has Trick Room. And that's kind of what you have to use it for, right?
Yeah, Trick Room's the biggest thing about it. I just feel like it's not that good. And with Metagross back, it's even worse. Also, I think we should just put Typhlosion in D too. I don't think he's very good.
Okay, cool. I'm down. I think
I'm happy with this.
I'll leave Tyranitar here because again, like he's so weird that we've never seen like Tyranitar in a state that's not Mega, but at the same time, like I feel like
we kind of do, right? Like
yeah,
he's so good that he's basically itemless half the time he's brought.
Yeah, he really is. Sableye's bad. Mega Sableye's bad, but regular Sableye, I feel like he isn't bad, but I just can't I think he's probably C. I just think that you should use Grimmsnarl though. Like I just don't know. I think Grimmsnarl's just a better version of the guy.
I agree with you. I think Grimmsnarl is a better Pokemon, but I think Sableye having Rain Dance still makes it like pretty good. And Encore disabled.
You're right. It does have Rain Dance for Swampert. It's kind of a different flavor of the Swampert teams.
Yeah, and Encore Disabled is, nothing to sneeze at.
What do you think about my girl here?
Okay, I feel like you need to be taking the lead on this one just because you are the Mawile king.
I am one of the best Mawile players of all time. Mawile's really weird. I think it's strong. I really do. I think that it's like... I think that you need to have really specific partners and tools around Mawile to make it succeed. I think Ferrograph is probably necessary, but at the same time, like I do really like the idea of like, like leading Mawile Ferrograph and saying, hey, you have to stop me. I'm intimidating for my Ferrograph, so it can take those physical hits better. I can set up Trick Room all but guaranteed, and Mawile turn 1 gets to start hitting, right? And I think its coverage and typing is phenomenal. It just sucks into Charizard. It really does.
It's Zacian, dude. +2 Sucker Punch probably does a good amount.
It probably kills. Helping Hand, Sucker Punch before... Okay, so they nerfed Sucker Punch to 70 power instead of 80. But Sucker Punch used to one-shot Charizard with Helping Hand. So That was
Wow.
frail. That was frail Charizards. Back in 2014, we played with not very bulky Charizards, but
You guys were
nowadays,
idiots. Just
yeah,
admit
yeah,
it.
yeah, we were. But nowadays, like Charizard is pretty bulky. That I think +2 would probably get pretty close though. Huge power is nuts. I'm gonna say Mawile is C right now, but I am very optimistic about using this Pokemon. I think that it seems hard to justify when Charizard is the best guy, but at the same time, Charizard was the best guy in seasons past. That Mawile in 2014, where Mawile did succeed, but I can't really justify. Like, it kind of feels like a Gardevoir tier mon to me, where like it's trying really hard to do something, and you're just spending all this effort and resources to make Mawile shine, when it might just be better to just use something else. But I don't know. I think Mawile also could function as a really interesting double mega team, but obviously a huge building philosophy from our group specifically is that we don't want to play double mega like mind games. We don't want to say, okay, I'll beat your Floette and I'll bring my Mawile, but then if you bring Charizard, I auto lose, right? We try to avoid that as much as we can. But I do think Mawile might be kind of like, that's where it shines, is that like it is kind of like a bait into really good into Floette, but really bad into stuff like Charizard.
No, 100%. I think there is some flaws with the double mega, and that like it still needs a very specific supporting cast to make it work.
Yeah.
So I think C tier, like comparing it to Gardevoir, is really valid. I think you put it in the right spot.
I think too, like I'm very interested in like Mawile, Swampert, Rain. I think those might have the
Okay.
synergy. Like I think
That
that might
sounds
be the
nice.
place to put it. Like I think Rain seems like the first place I would want to make Mawile work. We saw Mawile do really well with Rain in 2014 too. But the thing is Mawile basically all but disappeared once 2015 came around. It just wasn't very like solid. And so I just don't know. I worry about Mawile's potential here. I think if we got it in the first regulation, it might have been a little better. Okay, I'm just gonna say these guys suck, man. Aggron has not proven anything to me. Last time we put him in D, I don't even think he's worthy of that. Manectric. He's
He
like
hasn't
D.
proven anything either, dude. He's just like tapping in for the hours, doing nothing.
Sharpedo's gimmicky, he's bad. Mega Canterupt.
Yeah, he's technically allowed in the format. It's true.
There was one Mega Canterupt team that was doing some sauce, but it just was not, like, it didn't even do well. It was like a secret Canterupt showdown team that people were using, and then it showed up to the tournament and like did like really mid.
Nah, I think it's just like a D tier Pokemon. You should probably be using other things.
Torkoal actually got kind of like, not buffs to him, but he actually got like new friends to play with, right? Because like Charizard has been the guy, right? Charizard basically put Torkoal out of a job, but now with stuff like Pyroar, really just, is it just Pyroar? Is there another Mega that abuses Sun?
Vileplume, baby, Vileplume.
Vileplume, yeah. Like I feel like Torkoal, his value has increased a little bit. Like I think he's C. I think he's C with Vileplume.
Dude, I think you don't have to sell me. Torkoal is my fucking guy. I think he's a C tier Pokemon easily.
Yeah, he always kind of is. I think weather's super important. And yeah, he's the slowest weather guy. So I don't know. I think he's a little bit better than he was in the last regulation.
I think he's definitely improved. And they say it. I heard this, like, it's kind of ancient philosophy. If Torkoal is good, format's good.
They do say that. He's actually been pretty good for that. Altaria, let's not even waste our time. I'm going to do these guys really quick as well. Milotic. It feels like it gets worse and worse as the days goes on. But, like, it's like Kangaskhan is, like, boom, bombing, right? Like, Kangaskhan, the graph is going, like, spiking downward. Milotic is, like, a steady, like, hill downward in terms of how good it is, in my opinion.
I feel like, though, you can never count it out. Like,
Never.
Galway just proved that Milo is still an absolute piece of shit. They made it look so annoying. And every time I've played her, too, it's just like, dude, I just want to die. Like, I can't kill this thing. It will just actually 4-0 my entire team. Or 1v4 my entire team. So, I think Milotic's still, like, is it B? No, it's very good in Metagross, I guess. Not
I
really,
think it's
actually.
probably around here. I mean, yeah, it kind of is good into Metagross, because if you do get those coils, that's the thing, is like the coil set is so good, and like we did get some new megas, but some of them are physical. So like, because the big thing about the Pokemon Champions since we've gotten the game is that it's all about the physical Pokemon. Like the physical Pokemon dominate the game. There just aren't a lot of special attackers. So usually you're seeing like, that's why the special attacking megas are so good. So Milotic having coil and having that checkmate option, like that's why I think Dewey did so well sometimes with the Milotic, is like it kind of functioned as a mega because she would just all in protect Milotic and allow it to shine. So I just don't know. I think it's probably C, but I do think the coil set is probably just still very, very good.
Yeah, I actually think it's funny. Half the time, Dawei just did not bring a mega. Like they just do like Milo Sarlage, and it was good. It was correct, man.
Yeah, it was. It was. Bennett, bad. These guys are bad. Dude, okay. Here's the thing. Absol, I don't know the source anymore. I don't know where I know this information from, but it's stuck in my brain for the past like 2 months. The guy, the main game director of Pokemon Champions, said
You always
Absol.
bring this up.
Yes, dude. He said Absol was the best guy. And I'm waiting to see how that is true. Like, were they just playing internals and Absol, they just didn't know what they were doing? Or is like Absol Z going to be the second coming of Christ, dude? Like, where is Absol going to shine? I just want to know. I just want to know, dude.
I'm in the exact same boat. I'm just waiting. I really want to know.
The minute
But I
that's
think right now, absolute ass.
I'm so excited for when we get those Z Megas just to see his ability, man. I need to see what could make. I need to see him in game. I need to see this guy. He's gonna be like when this regulation came out, I didn't even like boot up the game. I just started like playing around with the ladder on my phone to try it out. But when the next one comes out and they confirm that Absol's in there, I'm going to be like devouring the data mines. I'm gonna be trying to figure out everything I can about this guy. I need to know. Glalie ass. Metagross is pretty bad too. I don't think you should ever use non-mega. It's just I don't see a reason to. Mega Metagross. Where are we thinking for him?
I think he's in swag tier.
Swag tier? Above S?
He's an S. S is what S stands for. Swag. Dude.
You think he's S tier?
I think he's S tier.
You think he's S tier?
You don't think Metagross is S tier?
No, dude, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this guy. I really don't. I think he's got some cool coverage options. I do think screens are in right now. Psychic Fangs is a very, very cool move for that reason. His speed stat is phenomenal. Body Press is a cool utility move. I'm selling myself more and more.
He also gets Rock Slide fully.
It does get Rock Slide. It's just like, can he contest Zard and Garchomp, right? And I think
does he get Ice Punch?
He does get Ice Punch, yes.
So what about Ironhead, Rock Slide, Ice Punch? What do you think about that?
Isn't that the moveset that we used to use in the past?
We used to have Stomping Tantrum, but Arash did top 8 worlds with Rock Slide.
Sure. I think he's probably pretty good. I was thinking like A, but I mean, I could be justified.
I'm okay with A for him to prove himself a little more. I just think he's very good. I think his stats are insane. He does a lot of damage. He's just a beast. I think he's going to be one of the best megas.
Yeah, I mean, like, also if you look at him, he just matches up into basically everything well, except for like Zard and Swampert, right? Those are like his problems. And I think solving those problems is going to be the key to making Metagross work. But even Zard is like manageable with the right weather control and stuff of that nature.
Both of those still get chunked by Psychic Fangs. Like, he's not useless.
That's true. I mean, like, and also Swampert is definitely not one-shotting him. His defense stat is absurd, right? Like,
yeah.
So it is really just Zard is the only one in the format who probably can one-shot this guy. So yeah, I mean, he also just hard shuts down Floette as well. Like, just having a Pokemon that just makes Floette bad, that's lit.
Very important, honestly. And I think A tier is fine. Maybe we can wait a little to make sure he's S. There's an S tier Pokemon right below.
Torterra. Torterra is garbage. Infernape bad. I don't even want to put this guy, like, I could argue that he's D because competitive school, but I don't even want to like discuss him fully. I think he's bad.
You could argue a lot of things, Colin. You could argue that the Earth is flat.
You could, dude. I'm a big fan of those theories. I think they're fun. Where do you think Staraptor's at?
I think Staraptor's A tier as well. I think he's nice, dude.
He's nice.
Now that I know he's a fighting type too, that close combat's even a little better. It does suck that he's weak to Floette. I think that's a huge problem. But its stats are good. I feel like it's really easy to actually just make contrary work with it.
Yeah.
And it does a lot of damage, so I'm happy with A tier.
I'm very curious to see how the Staraptor teams evolve because I think this Mega is strong. It's very good. And it's just more of like how much do you want to commit into like the self-procking contrary like cheese strategies, right? Like, do you want to run Tickle and fake tears and all this stuff? Or is it just like, hey, maybe it's just good as a Tailwind close combat user, right? Like just boosting those defensive stats and being annoying on the field, especially because you can't even bring in like Intimidate onto it once it Mega Evolves. Maybe it's just good just in that way as well. Also, maybe you just need like, hey, like just one parting shot is enough to make this Pokemon like really scary.
I think it is literally just like one charm in a close combat. It's very annoying because it has Roost as well, which
Yeah.
I think you're so scared of the damage it can do that it's able to punish you pretty well with Roost or whatever you have, like another Parting, Swagger. I don't know why I said Swagger. Swagger's bad. Charm. Uh, you know what I mean? I think he's very interesting. I'm very curious to see how he progresses, like what he settles down into.
Yeah, I think he's very good. I think he's very good. Unlike Luxray and also those guys. Those
Holy
two
shit, what a trio, dude.
those two right there are like they're actually like two of the worst guys, man. They're so bad. Regular Lopunny sucks. I think Mega Lopunny is probably like C. Like it's
It's a D
annoying.
tier Pokemon,
You
bro.
think it's D? I think it's
It's so
annoying, dude.
bad.
Do you think
His
it's better
only
than
thing with
Guard?
Kangaskhan is good.
Okay, fine. I think you can fake out ghost types though.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Ooh, we gotta talk about Garchomp.
Finally, another S tier Pokemon. Garchomp is absolutely nuts. All right, we made a mistake in our previous tier list. We were like, Garchomp, he's not as good as Basculation and King Gambit, blah blah blah. So we put him in the top of A. He is S tier because nobody does it like him, man. He's bulky, he's strong, he's fast, and he can't be stopped because now he's got a Life Orb.
The thing is, like in these low-powered formats, like he's better than everyone, man. His speed is perfect. Like you mentioned, his speed, bulk, everything about his stat distribution and his movesets is perfect, right? He's so adaptable to the format. He can run so many different items. He is just like he's better than most megas on most teams. Like he puts in the work and he just got better. Like you said, Life Orb is such a huge unlock for him. Like it's actually just the rich get richer. He was one of the best guys, if not the best guy prior, and he's still the best guy. I think he's just the hardest Pokemon to trade into. He's so difficult to one shot, and then he's also he does so much back to you, and he's faster than you. So he's just nuts.
Yeah, S tier for sure. Good into everything, bad into nothing. He's my goat.
What do you think about this guy though? I think actually this guy got worse now with Life Orb. It's like, why would you use this, man?
It's just bad. I don't understand how people were using it before.
I don't know, dude. I mean, I lost to it in Top Cut of a regional, and he didn't Mega Evolve it, to be fair, but it was there. He just didn't have an item. I think that's the thing, is like, he's just so good he doesn't need an item. That's the justification for Mega Garchomp, is like, he's just good. Lucario, he's terrible. Mega Lucario is, you think it's F or D?
For D, it's D. He's cool. He's got some swag. He's got adaptability.
He does. He's a steel guy. Hippo, if we're playing singles, holy shit. But we're playing doubles. Bad. Bad. I don't know. I'm thinking, Weavile D. It could be C. I think Weavile's like...
Yeah, but probably just D is fine.
Yeah, D is okay for Weavile. It is a fast fake out. It's got good coverage.
Good Blastoise.
Ooh, my boy Rhyperior.
Yeah, there's no Ursaluna, so it's probably actually honestly an F tier.
It's F tier. The thing with Rhyperior is that he needs a Levitator who's setting up Trick Room for him. And I think that's just Chimecho. So.
Chimecho is like pretty much the
He's
key
over
to
here.
the format. I feel like there's a lot of people who aren't talking about it, but if you subscribe to Wolf's Patreon, you might understand.
Dude, right here.
Yeah. this is the fucking Holy
Okay,
Trinity.
these are bad. Oh, he's terrible, right? Gliscor's pretty bad.
Bad.
What do you think about the Swine, dude? He got
Yeah,
top
the
4
Swine?
at NAIC, dude.
But did he do anything?
I think he lost the 2 games we saw of him on stream, but he's cool. I mean, like, I don't
I think we
think
could put him in C. We could slap him there, dude.
I think he's
immune to
D.
Intimidate, good into Garchomp.
Yeah. He has cool, really cool traits. Also, ice, ground, perfection of offensive typing. But he just somehow still decides to like just bomb, dude. He's the Russell Westbrook of VGC, dude.
That's a crazy pull.
Am I wrong?
Just for that,
The
I'm gonna let
potential-
you have it. Dude.
The potential of him is so high, but every time he just drops the ball.
Yeah, he makes some crazy play, does something that he's not built for, dude. Just do what you're good at.
I think Galade's like D. He's like fine. Mega Galade's bad. Frostlass bad. Okay. Our queen, Mega Frostlass. How do you feel about Frostlass, actually? Frostlass is really interesting because the meta, this was like probably, I would say, top 3 Mega in the last format, right? Like
Yeah.
Charizard, Floette, Frostlass. I would say pretty safely Frostlass is incredible. But where do you think it rises, like sits now? I think it's still very strong, but it does have some new threats and some new adversaries, but it also counters some of them as well.
I think A is fine. I think it's tricky. I think she got a little worse. Metagross is quite annoying. She can hit it super effectively, which is nice. But I feel like it's in a weird spot. Even towards the end of the last format, we were having a little bit of trouble with her, you know, making her consistent into all the modes that the Charizard teams have to offer.
Yeah.
So I think she's about the same, to be honest, and I think it's going to need some innovation. But she is good into Staraptor, at least.
Yeah, I think she does have potential. I think it is up to Frostlass, like, because I think, like, when it comes to mega formats, you need your heroes, right? You need players who are like, I'm the Frostlass guy, and they try really, really hard to make it work. And I think Frostlass has some shooters now. Like, there's a lot of people who really like this Pokemon who are going to try to make it work in this regulation. So I'm confident that Frostlass will find its way, but I do think it probably got a little bit worse. Metagross is very, very good into it. Okay, those Rotoms. I'm just gonna get rid of the shit Rotoms because they're just bad. Where do you think Rotom Heat's at? Obviously, it's a really great partner for Sceptile, so like minimum D, but I think it's probably just D. I think it's just
I think
D.
they're both kind of D. Maybe Wash is C.
I think Wash is C.
Again, it's another Pokemon that Wolf kind of made look a little nice with that Steelix team, but I feel like there's a cap on it, right? Like it's not gonna be the sweeper on the team. It can fill a niche.
Yeah. Okay, we're into Gen 5. Superior, I think, is F. Embor, F.
Don't tell Jamie Boy.
I know. Hopefully, Jamie doesn't see this. I think. Yeah, you think he's D? I mean, sure.
Yeah, yeah, he's D, bro. He's not very good.
Life hard. I forgot. I've never seen one in game yet. I've never seen a monkey either. I've never seen the monkeys or a life hard.
I haven't either. I think they're pretty bad, dude. I was thinking, should I recruit one from the ranch the other day, and I was like, you know what? I don't think so.
They're really funny. I like his mohawk. Musharna, absolutely terrible. I'm just gonna put X. Dude, I think this thing is actually F. I think that it's a liability to waste your item on Mega Excadrill.
It's so bad, dude. It's actually so bad. Unseen Fist is terrible.
Where do you think this guy goes?
C tier. He's Mammothswine tier. I think he's still pretty solid. Like, I feel like the last format, if it went a little bit longer, we would have seen a few more sand themes. Not that it's like broken, but like I think it's solid, and it didn't do as well as it could have. Genuinely,
I think so too. I think sand is very, very dangerous, and it can be like. I think that he always has a niche. Like I think he's like the perfect encapsulation of C tier, where like on the right team, Excadrill could win worlds, right? Like he could really do it, but it kind of takes all that effort and that strategy of figuring out what that team is, and sometimes that's just the difficult part that we just don't get to it in time, or that the meta shifts in a way that's just really toxic towards sand. So he's got a lot of potential, but you just never know. Audino. Right. I mean, like, unplayable.
I want him to be anything but F, but he's like D.
I think he's F, man. I actually think, like, without... I mean, he gets Life Orb now. He gets Life Orb.
Life Orb Iron Fist, baby.
Ooh, is this S?
S? Ooh. Yeah, probably, honestly. You're probably right. It's probably an S tier Pokemon. It might be A, but it might be S.
I think it's kind of hard to say right now because, like, in the first format, the early days were really bad for Whimsicott. But then as time went on, it became the GOAT. I kind of think that right now it's struggling a little bit into the Grimmsnarl stuff. I think it doesn't enjoy Grimmsnarl, but I never want to count Whimsicott out. I never do. This Pokemon is so good. It is probably one of the greatest Pokemon they've ever printed. He's just so strong.
No, I think Whimsicott's absolutely broken, and we were stupid idiots. And he's just good with Staraptor now too. So I feel like there's another dimension to his greatness. I'm okay with A, but S tier, I'm also happy with that.
I mean, we've also seen a lot of people use Whimsicott, like with Frostlass. We've seen it be used with, you said just Staraptor. It could be used with. We've seen it with Dragonite. Like, it's very, very flexible. So I think Whimsicott. I'm gonna leave him an S because I love Whimsicott.
I already know what S tier is gonna be, and it's gonna be very funny.
Scrafty's terrible. Crocodile's terrible. That guy's really bad. Bad. Some of these Pokemon are crazy, dude. I don't even know they're here. I love her unique list though. Zorik's probably. Do you think he's D or C? He's probably D. I don't.
D tier. I don't think he's very good.
Nah. Vanillix.
It's probably F tier actually for wow, free ice cream.
The Japanese national champion did just make a team with him with Raichu, so I'm gonna put him in D.
That's actually pretty valid.
Dude, they don't have the Mega Electros sprite in here for that's like the only one they're missing. We're just gonna say this is Mega Electros. Hey, where do you think Electros goes?
I don't think it's very good. Do you think it's very good? I think it's probably a D tier Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's probably D. I watched Mont play with it. I mean, I'm spoiling Mont's testing last night, but I watched him play with it, and he was playing against like it was a new Showdown account, and it looked so bad, dude. It looked like it was like taking like half damage from resisted hits. So I was like, I don't know if he's him.
Dude, I don't even think it has good stats. It's just like the sad part. It's just like it's just so bad.
He's really bad. Chandelure, I think regular Chandelure, I think is bad. I think, dude, you think Mega's
They're both
F?
bad, dude.
Okay.
They're both bad.
What about Beartic?
Okay, we gotta run here. We gotta run.
Okay, Golurk. I think he's kind of a one-dimensional tricker. He's kind of like with the Cannerup Gallade, like hard trick room guys. You know, like they kind of have
We
their
actually
own.
don't see him at all though. He's like kind of bad.
I'll put him in F, dude. Sorry, Golurk. What do you think about Hydreigon? He's actually kind of
I
interesting.
think Hydreigon was redeemed. I think he might be a B tier Pokemon. C is probably correct, but he was showing up really good at the end of that format. Like both Michael and Wolf used Scarf Hydreigon to great success. I think just being that good into Basculegion, and just being kind of a sweeper in the end game, it's pretty solid.
I think
It
also
still
there-
is. It's good in Metagross.
Yeah, and like also like there are some fairies, right? Some of the fairy type Pokemon are absurdly strong, like Whimsicott, and Floette, obviously. But at the same time, like they're not the end of the world. Like there's not a fairy type necessarily on every team. So I think Hydreigon can really shine. He's also got really, really good coverage options. I think Hydreigon is pretty solid, Mon. I think he's C. I don't think he's D.
I'm happy with him. He's not D. I was saying B.
Oh, B. I like him in C though. I think he's probably like more near the top. Volcarona I think is like low-key F, man. I've never seen it do anything good in this format.
Nah, it's not F. It's definitely at least a D.
Dude, you think, but at the same time, I think it is really bad. I think these two are like these are
Those are boys, dude.
yeah, they're like what's the word when you like when they like give you a job like because they're your friend?
Oh, they're like Nepo babies?
Yeah, they're Nepo babies, but
yeah.
yeah, they're Nepo babies for us because they're like old favorites, but they're like not good. I think they should probably be an F, but they're Nepo babies in this tier list. Dude, this guy, have you seen him in game? I've never seen him in game.
No, he's terrible, dude.
Okay, Mega Delphox. We're back, dude. This one's good. Probably B or A.
I'm happy with A.
I
Honestly,
think
A is just looking like a mega tier list right here.
and this guy.
The Ninetales. So fucking random, dude.
I think Delphox is still very good though.
No, Delphox is phenomenal. I don't think it's really harmed that much. It's also phenomenal in Staraptor. I think Delphox is good.
Did it just
We were
get
just
better?
figuring out how to make it like work in the near the end there.
It also like
Shout out Savian.
it's good into Delphox. It's good in Staraptor and it's good into Metagross. It like actually just kind of got buffed.
Yeah, I think he's very good. I'm not gonna lie.
And they also put his Megastone in the store so everyone has access to him now. You don't have to buy the game.
Finally, dude. I was waiting for it.
These
couldn't
guys,
use it before.
Greninja sucks. Okay, I will say I'm not gonna defend Greninja. He's F tier, but the best way to use Greninja if you want to use him is to put him in the snow with Blizzard, Protean. I'm just giving you some Greninja sauce. I tried it. It was very, very solid, but I don't think it's very good.
Dude, the viewers are so lucky, dude.
If you watch this far, you got my secret Greninja tech. Where do you think Talonflame's at?
Talonflame is probably B or C. It's still useful. I don't think it's any worse than before. I just feel like he was getting outshined by Whimsicott.
It was, and I think that maybe the typing and like the pacing of Talonflame might be a little bit better now. I think like he could be okay. Like I don't think he got like I don't know. Like Whimsicott seems like it's getting hurt a little bit, but maybe Talonflame can shine. But Whimsicott is just like the better guy. Vivillon is actually pretty good. I think it's probably like with these guys, right? Like it's a very good.
Here, yeah.
It's a great support.
Yeah.
Sleep Powder.
It's very one-dimensional.
Mega Pyroar. Where's he at?
Pyroar? I haven't played with him much at all. I think he's probably C tier as well, right? Like I feel like he's just worse than Charizard in most ways.
I think he kind of is. I think he's actually a little bit interesting though. I think there are some like some Sun teams that you can run with him. I think he has like a decent shot of being like at least usable. Like Pyro could be a real archetype that you could play at the tournament that you would need to prepare for. I think he's kind of real. I think he's kind of real. Not great, but I think C's a really good spot for him. Kind of like the Gardevoir, working a little bit harder. Floette S.
S, easy S, dude.
Probably worse than Zard, but definitely just one of the best Pokemon. Floette is just the best fairy type, and that's just kind of like when you're the best fairy type, you're just S tier, right? That's just how Pokemon goes, competitive Pokemon.
Dude, he's just absolutely nuts. There's two ways you can run him. All damage or just like a calm mindset that you don't want to die. And both of them are so hard to deal with, and you have to deal with them differently. So I think there's just no other way around it. Dude, Floette's that guy. He's S tier easy.
I think also the other thing is that it got better. I think Screens plus Flood is even harder to KO, dude. I think Grimmsnarl's a great partner for it potentially. It got
Even
a little
though they're
better.
both fairies, I think it doesn't matter. I think you're just right.
Yeah, I think because I played Light Screen Floette at NAIC, and I was like, oh my god, I should have lost this game 100%. I had to skill diff him a little bit and go crazy with it, but I was like, dude, Light Screen Floette is a nightmare. Like when you actually get to Calm Mind and Light Screen before the Charizard moves, he does like 10 damage. It's actually
It's not gonna
crazy.
take anything. Yeah, no, that's exactly. You need physical attackers in this format to deal with Floette now.
Okay, I did a little rapid fire there. We got rid of like 5 guys. Aegislash, he's just been falling slowly and slowly. I think he's probably D. I just don't. I mean, he's good into
He's
Metagross.
crazy, bro.
Nah, he's good into Metagross, good into Staraptor, good into Frostlass. Okay, he's pretty good.
Oh my god, he's so good at Staraptor. Wow.
He is. He walls it. Yeah. I think he's definitely C. I don't think he's like exceptional in any ways, but like at the same time, he is a very real steel type. Like he is one of the ones that can switch into like, he's good into Floette. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's like, but he's very hard to get to fit onto a lot of teams, in my opinion.
No, yeah, he's dropped because he is so hard to make work to like figure out what the correct teammates are for him, but I think he's still C tier, and he has all those things going for him. I think he's outclassed by some of his other friends that we haven't gotten to yet.
Malmar, terrible. Do you think? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying, dude. This guy, he could be cool.
Low key,
Tough claws,
could
close
be
combat.
C.
Could be
Okay.
C.
I don't know, man. I haven't used him.
I want to use him. He's a priority video for sure. We need to get him going on the channel. We need to figure out how good this guy is. I'm excited for him. I'm gonna put him in C for now. I'm optimistic. I'm really optimistic.
Yeah, he looks flipping hilarious too.
I think Jigalji's probably D, like the Mega. I think it's like kind of neat. Its special defense stats crazy, but like being a dragon type and being really slow sucks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what he does other than be slow.
That's all you really need.
Okay,
to
that's an
know.
insane special defense stat. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like 120 base, right? 160 base?
Dude, maybe you just run some like acid armor toxic shit, dude, and just click regenerator, dude. It's fine.
I think potentially. Okay,
No,
I
it's
just
terrible, but it's fine.
okay, I just rapid fired like a lot of guys here. Okay, let's do Sylveon though. How do you feel about Sylveon?
Sylveon proved itself last format. It is so fucking good. I think it could be A tier.
I think it's A. I am a big fan of Sylveon. I think I used it at the tournament. And I think what makes Sylveon so good too is that it is an actual special attacker in this format, which are pretty rare and few and far between. So having Sylveon, like it's a fairy type, it's just it's obviously it doesn't replace Floette. It does different things, but it's really nice to run a fairy type that's not a mega, that's not Floette. And I think that's where Sylveon is great.
No, I think it just not having to use your Megastone, being able to pair it with Charizard, being able to threaten Chomp, KG, it's just too good. And Hyper Beam's nice, man. It's a nuke. You got Light of Ruin too on it. He's baby Floette, and that's all you need. I think A tier is actually valid as hell for it.
I think Mega Halucha is pretty terrible. What do you think about?
I'm with you.
What do you think about Sad Gudra?
They both suck so bad.
Okay. Klefki, I think, is just kind of outshined. I think it's actually just not super usable. I think that you'd rather be using Sableye or Grimmsnarl nowadays. I don't think it's worth using.
Yeah, I don't even know why it's so bad, but it just feels that way.
Insane.
Easy S or A?
it feels like he's been getting better and better, dude. Every single every tournament, it's just like he's a little better. He's a little bit better this time.
Did
He's
he
good.
win? Did he win though?
He didn't win though. He didn't win though this time. He did win the 2 tournaments prior, but he didn't win NAIC. I think we can say A. I don't think he's justified S yet. I
want him A because I have an idea of what I want S tier to be, and I think it's funny.
Okay. I think he's A. I think he's A because I do think that he's missing some he's just not as splashable as the other guys are, and he's not as dominating. He's still very, very good and continuously gets better. And I think he actually got better in this format. I think he can synergize with actually all the megas, right? We're in the past, we only really saw him played with Floette for the most part, and then he was played with Zard a little bit. Then he started to get spread out. He's played with Delphox as well. But I think in this format, I could totally see him paired with Metagross, paired with Staraptor. He looks really good with.
Yeah, he's kind of bad in the Staraptor though too, and the Mega.
But the thing is he's also very interesting because Staraptor, before it Mega Evolves, you can always intimidate it before it Mega Evolves. Obviously, you might get hit with a CC, which sucks, but it will be a -1 CC. You can get a guaranteed stat drop on them if you bring in Sinnoh in the back every single time, or even if you lead it, you can do that as well. So I think that he's I'm not saying he's good in Staraptor at all, but he can function. He's also Gengar's best friend. I think he can be played with Swampert. I think he's okay.
Yeah.
Primarina.
Probably C tier, maybe D.
I think it's probably D. I haven't really seen it shine, but I think Primarina is not a bad Pokemon whatsoever. I think it's pretty
It's
decent.
no Vileplume, it's no Raichu, it's no Barbaracle.
What do you think of the Crab?
Crab, D. It's terrible, but if you
It's
have
the
a
Trick 'em guys.
team, maybe it could work.
Lycanroc Dusk. Now, this was a Pokemon that if we did this a month ago, boom, easy F tier. I think we probably did just slam it in there like I put the other guys. But where do you think he goes now?
I think he's D then. He fits that one niche so well. He did exactly what he needed to in threatening Charizard with a priority rock move, Tough Claws boosted, and then close combat for King Gambit also made it very nice. When you have Focus Sash, just being able to sit in front of it, you can't really ignore it, right? So I think it's C tier. I don't think you can reasonably go higher, just because I also feel maybe Charizard's dominance will be a little bit more contested this format. It's just gonna be useless into more matchups. So I think it's C at best. It's probably D.
Damn, I kind of agree. I do think his ability to beat... It kind of depends on how good Charizard's going to be, but I think you're right. It's probably a D-tier mon. Ooh, Toxapex. You were saying that you were messing around with this guy today. How do you feel about Tox?
I think Toxapex actually C tier. No, I think he might be worse than last format just because they got Metagross now. But he's still very annoying. Infestation, Toxic. Wolf kind of opening my eyes a little bit there. This Pokemon is very annoying. Infestation is just a good move, too. I think being able to trap stuff in for your Charizard is very valuable. He's hard to kill.
He is. I think he's a solid mon. I think he's C. I think he is worth putting on teams. He gets wide guard. I think he can be really valuable. And we saw Wolf kind of showcase how broken he can be. Muzzle's terrible, right?
Muzzle, yeah, it's really bad.
What about Araquanid?
Araquanid's probably D.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's so cool, but I just feel like it's just not good enough.
Salazzle sucks. Serena?
Salazzle's amazing. Fuck you.
Serena, I feel like it's kind of D. I can't really justify a Serena C tier in my opinion. I just don't. I don't think it's that good, but I do think it has a very unique niche with Queenly Majesty. It's a great ability. I've never played in a tournament before this last one with Fergraph, and when I used Fergraph, I thought that playing with Fergraph felt like it was one of the best abilities I've ever used. It felt like as strong as Perish Trap, like Armor Tail. It sets up so many consistent lines. So Serena in the same way has that ability, but it's like a worse mon, you know?
Yeah, I just think it's not good enough. It's too frail. It is scary on some hyper offense teams. So D is valid instead of F.
Trick Room guy. I think he's actually F, dude. I think Oranguru sucks.
Oranguru's so bad.
That guy's pretty bad. I don't even know where he went.
Mimikyu, though, I like him. I think he's D or C. There's just something about him that I like. This guy's is just sick.
I think he's kind of interesting. I saw some Mawile teams with him, like right off the bat with him, like a Japanese Mawile team. That I was like, you know what? It's kind of neat, but I think Mawile, I think that when it comes to Trick Room, there's only one Trick Room setter in the entire format that you can use, and it's not Mimikyu. I think Mimikyu's okay, though. I think the fairy coverage is nice, but I don't know. Staraptor, Metagross, I mean, it could be okay in a Staraptor, but I don't know. Whenever it gets intimidated, too, it's just so weak.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, it's just, things are too bulky these days.
What about Drampa?
No.
What about Como? I'm gonna get rid of
Como
these
is
guys.
solid, honestly. Probably B tier, C tier.
B? I think he's about Polytoad level. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's very strong on that Parish team, of course. I mean, Marco won the regional with him too, and I think now with Metagross too, he's got a little bit of help. Like he's not
True.
alone.
True. We did have in our team video, we made a Metagross plus Como team. So I do think that having a Pokemon that can just answer those fairies so reliably, that's not Gengar, does feel very good.
Yeah, honestly, our B tier feels really funny to me.
I think it makes sense. It's just kind of the really, really good support Pokemon who are not C tier. Like these Pokemon are all just like, well, he's not really support, but
Yeah, and Hark is like also funny, but yeah,
he should probably be C, shouldn't he?
probably.
I think Blastoise should also be C.
Okay, I'm done. Got an interesting B tier over here. Putting
tier's-
Venusaur in C.
Yeah, nah.
No,
I
I think
think-
he's still there.
I think Aerodactyl should be down here.
Okay, I'm down.
Otherwise, I
Ninetales
kind of
as
like
well?
it. I do.
You think Ninetales is A
No, I
tier?
think Ninetales is B. You're right.
Yeah, I think this is good.
This looks better. This looks better. I think these guys do make a lot of sense. I think Sylveon and Incin make sense, and then like all the megas are just really, really good. Like they're just strong.
Yeah.
It's weird with them there. Okay, Corviknight.
That's a C tier Pokemon, maybe D tier. No, it's C tier. It's C tier as fuck. He's just so slow to get going, but he is
Yes.
able to reliably set up tailwinds. He's got some really nice defensive checkmates. Overall, though, I just feel like he's very limiting.
I also really liked Corviknight with the Akaberry set. I thought that was really cool from ESM that allowed him to really shine. Hatterene is probably D. It's kind of just with the Trick Room guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
still no
Arthur.
Sagittarian, so.
Ooh, Mr. Rhyme, man. What are you thinking, dude? Screen cleaner.
Mr. Screen Cleaner? I don't even know what he does. He just gets rid of the screens?
He does. His ability gets rid of the screens when he comes in.
That's hilarious.
What do you think about this screen setter, though? Is he A?
Easy A. Slam that shit, dude. Grimmsnarl's completely shaking up the format. Not in like a really crazy way. Like he doesn't disrupt doesn't have Thunderwave anymore, so he doesn't have anything to like too crazy, but screens is just really nice. Parting shot's really nice. And even his attacking coverage is pretty cool too. So I think Grimmsnarl's here to stay, and personally I'm very excited to use him because I love playing with screens.
I do think he's pretty nuts. And then we have Runegrigus. I think Fallings is pretty terrible, right?
Yeah, I forget that guy exists pretty often.
What about Dragapult? He's probably like a D. I think he's kind of interesting. He's got really good speed. He's got great support options, but like he's just kind of frail. He loses the Tailwind. That like it just kind of sucks. Like because you don't run Tailwind and Dragapult usually. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think with Dragapult, it's one of those Pokemon that's so sick. Every time I play against it, I'm scared, but we just know it's terrible.
Yeah. Sorry, Jamie Boy. I like Cleavor a lot. I think he's neat, but I think he's like I think he's D because he was used at one time, and I think we might see him like one time, but I don't think he's super consistent or great at what he does, even when Charizard's the best Pokemon in the game.
Nah, he's pretty bad. Yeah, we just let him be, dude. Let's not heckle him. S tier.
Is he number one?
Best Legion, probably.
He's so good. He's the best Pokemon in the
I don't
game.
think he's any worse. I think he's literally, dude.
He's
Staraptor's
better.
not even a normal type anymore.
No, he can just kill it. The thing about Basculegion too is that he got more items. Like he can use Muscle Band, he can use Life Orb. Like he just got a little better.
Muscle Band.
Yeah, dude. Fedicampo used it. Relax, bro. Muscle Band's fire.
Okay.
But
I'm not opposed. I just didn't think of that.
it boosts your last respects. But I think that he's definitely like just so broken. I think the whole meta, like the funniest part is that he should be number one usage, but because he's so good, King Gambit's number one usage, right? Like it's not him, it's his counter. And it makes sense in this stupid way, but he is just so good that I think he's the best Pokemon in the game, even if he's not the most used. He is a nightmare demon monster, dude. Still yet to use him in an official tournament, just saying.
You've never used him?
No, dude, I didn't because I used Palafin and then I used the Trick Room team, so or the Friggraph version, so I didn't use.
That's so funny.
I didn't
Right
use the
now,
best guy.
he's absolutely demonic, dude.
He is. He's so good. He's so fun to use. I mean, not really fun to use. He's broken. I don't know. D.
Honestly, she's pretty good.
What about Sneasler?
I think
A?
Sneasler's A tier. I feel like it's just been getting a little bit worse recently. And some of these new megas like shake it up a little bit too. Like Staraptor's good into it, Metagross very good into it. Process Delphox has been picking up, so I feel like it's a little bit worse than before.
Swampert also is really good into it. It outspeeds
There
and
you
can
go.
KO it. Yeah, it's a little worse, but I think the support that Sneasler provides, I think maybe we just might see it transition more to Sash. Either way, I think Sneasler is here to stay, though. I think it's still very, very good. It's like the only fighting type in the game, and so that alone, it will always give it its staying power. This guy, I think, is like kind of usable. I really do. I think he's like a C tier mon.
I think he's C tier as well. I'm not 100% sure how popular or potent it will be, but I think it is usable, and I'm very curious about it.
There's not much to say. It has really good coverage. It can outspeed and hit Basculegion in the rain. It can also put pressure onto enemy Grimmsnarls with Poison Jab, and yeah, it's just like, it also gets water moves. It can hit Charizard in the rain too. It's kind of funny. Meowscarada, I think it's D, but it's like just bad. It's not a good mon. Terrible,
Yeah,
terrible.
not...
This guy isn't in the game, okay? They just put him on the tiers. He's not in the game. He's in the game's code. He's been in the code since day one, but we just can't use him. I don't understand it. What do you think about Mouse?
Mouse will B. Mouse will B. We got a B tier Pokemon. Let's do it.
I think he's way better. I think he's way better because they gave him wide lens. So now there's a lot of variety in the sets you can run. You got wide lens pop bomb. You have support sets. Also, Mr. Annihilate is back, which is like his best friend. So I think he got a lot better.
No, I like Mousehold a lot. Even in the last format, I just think it's a little bit tricky when the threats are a Sneasler, right? Like,
yeah.
So I think right now he's in a really good spot and is just really good at supporting these megas too. Like I feel like with Delphox it was very strong, but now even with like Staraptor or Metagross it could be good.
Yeah, I think he just got better. I think he was a little bit underused in the last format. I did think he was like really incredible, but it was just really hard to make him work. Like you mentioned, Sneasler was everywhere. It was just hard. But also, yeah, he does wall last respects. It makes really interesting late, like end games for the mouse. Yeah, I think he's good. Garganacl is unfortunately terrible. They nerfed him for no reason. Dude, I think this guy is actually... This guy's F, dude. I don't even think he gets to hang out with the Trick Room guys. I don't think he's worth using. Sarah Ledge.
Who it was, and I agree.
It was Armor Rouge.
Yeah,
Sarah Ledge.
Sarah Ledge? Good, dude. Sarah Ledge, crazy. C tier, yeah. C is for Sarah Ledge. I don't think it's that much worse. I'm not going to lie. I think it's about at the same place.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's very, very good into Pokemon like Metagross. It does pretty solid into Staraptor as well. Setting up in their faces is really nice. It's amazing into Charizard. I think the only thing that sucks for Sarah Ledge is going to be Life Orb Garchomp. But yeah, it's the same problems it had in the last format, and if you protect it well, it can just hard carry games.
Yeah, I mean, Swampert's annoying, but again, it's not going to be like you're playing Swampert every game. I think just having a good matchup into Charizard Floette is enough.
I agree with that. And then Bellybolt, terrible. What do you think?
Bellybolt is S tier if you're playing against me.
It's true. Next up is Mega Scovillain. How are we feeling about Mega Scove? I think it got a little bit... I don't know if it got better, but it does beat some big threats. I think it could be B to A.
You know, it is bad into Staraptor, but I think it's B tier. I think I still love Scove. Maybe getting a burn on a Staraptor is all you need, too. I don't know. I think the way it's been played previously is like it is double mega usually, right? So
yeah,
being able to position for your other like amazing Pokemon, whether it's Basculegion or King Gambit, stuff like that, I think it's about as good as before.
Yeah, I think it definitely is. It's very scary to even like for Swampert to stare it down or Metagross to just potentially get burned. Like it's pretty brutal. A Spothra. I was gonna say trash, but low-key Spothra has been C. Like I feel like it's still gonna be pretty solid. I don't see why it can't be.
I think it's in the same place. Yeah, maybe a little bit worse. I just think as they add more Pokemon, some of these gimmick type things just get a little bit worse.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like unviable or anything anymore. I think it's about as good. Archaludon can still be very annoying. Being able to pass, so I'm happy with it where it's at, and it kind of holds its own too, just like clicking Lumina Crush. Speed boost,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Tinkaton. I think Tink is like a D tier. Like it's very, very niche in that one team. But it is good on Perish. It is good at like faking out Frigoraph, breaking having Mold Breaker, being able to threaten Floette. Like it's not bad.
It does its one thing on Perish, and that's it. Encore is really the main thing too, like a fast Encore.
Encore, yeah.
I think it's in the same place. I don't think we really added any threats that make it that much worse.
Palafin, our boy. I think he's D.
Yeah, he's ass. He's ass. He's ass. He does the same thing as before. He's good in the Metagross, dude, if you bulk up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I
In
mean,
the Swampert, if you bulk up a little bit. He's probably good in a Staraptor if you bulk up a little bit. Let's put him in S, man.
I think Staraptor is really cool. It's really, really strong. Or not Staraptor, Palafin is really, really strong. But at the same time, it's like most of the time, Basket Legion is just easier to execute, easier to use. And I really enjoyed using Palafin at the regional that I did use it in. But unfortunately, it's just like, it just felt worse and worse as the times went on. Like we saw the Shiling Tang, yeah, his group used it at Nats, still thinking it was pretty strong. They did okay, but I just kind of think it's just not as good as Mr. Basket Legion.
100%.
Earthworm, I think D or F.
He's ass, dude. He's like not good. It's kind of sad.
He's ass. Glamora. How do you feel about Glamora?
Glamora's a little bit worse, but maybe the same. I mean, D tier is too low. I think it's definitely C. Still good at Charizard, Floette, and Staraptor. Can chunk Metagross with Earth Power. It's just it wants your Sash so bad most of the time.
Yeah, it's kind of greedy. I think that it's just it does seem like it still could be pretty solid, but I do think a lot of teams adapted to figure out their way around Glamora. But I don't know. I tested it a bit before NAIC, and I was still liking Glamora. So I think Glamora's still got a shot, but it is probably very, very niche.
Yeah.
Mega Glamora, I think, is worst version. I like regular Glamora a lot more. I think this is D.
100% agree. I think it's ass.
Yeah. Houndstone, ass. Ooh.
Probably best one in the game.
Annihilate.
Annihilate. Now, I like this guy a lot. I am worried that Floette is very annoying for it, and Loki Mega Metagross too. So I'm not sure if it's B or A.
I feel more comfortable putting it in B next to his Mousehold. I do think Annihilate is very spicy. He does shake the game up a little bit. He's got a lot of good things going for him. He also matches up like somewhat well into both Basket Legion and King Gambit. Like obviously it can get kind of annoying. You can still get one shot by Last Respects. You can still get killed by Sucker Punch if they start boosting on you, right? Like it can be scary. But at the same time, he does hit both of them super effectively, and can one shot Basket Legion after a couple hits of Rage Fist boosts.
Yeah, Ape's got a very high skill ceiling. I just think it's a little bit tricky because Rage Fist is also so weak to start. You need to boost it somehow, and it got a little nerfed.
Yeah, so I do think he is gonna still be good. Losing Final Gambit does suck for like best of one cheese, but I think it was a good change.
Yeah.
Frigoraph.
Solid B tier Pokemon, I think. I don't think it's any worse. I don't know if it's better either, Loki. I think it's just the premier Trick Room setter. Armatail, phenomenal. You figured out that Melman needs Thunderbolt sometimes, so I think he's good, dude.
Yeah, I think there's no complaints about Frigoraph. I wish it could be higher, but at the same time, I do think like it is like B is very comfortable for it, and I think that's where it belongs. Like it feels amazing to use. I think it's one of the most fun. It's like the Trick Room setter. Like I don't think there's anything else outside of like Sinnoh is going to come up soon, but Sinnoh is also like it's kind of a more situational Trick Room where this guy is a consistent and good Trick Room. And it also like Thunderbolt felt amazing. I think that we saw it do really, really well at NAIC with Eric's team as well. He ended up getting second, which is the same exact team as myself. But yeah, I think it's very good.
Yeah.
King Gambit. I mean, easy S tier, right? Like he is.
He's back in S tier, and this is the S tier I wanted, dude. That's the big six, dude.
I think he's probably number 2. I like this. I actually think I like this
No,
order.
Whimsicott's not is last. It's last, bro.
Yeah, no, this is the order of S tier. I think he is so good. I doubted him when we got champions. I was like, no way, this guy's good. He's 4 times weak to fighting. He's amazing. His item diversity is amazing. I think he didn't get better or worse. I mean, if anything, he got a little better. He's good into Metagross, a little worse than a Staraptor. He continues to be just one of the best Pokemon in the game and the most consistent and best answer into the best Pokemon in the game of Basculegion.
Yeah, I think he did get a little bit worse just because Staraptor's there and Metagross can run Body Press, but overall, and Grimmsnarl is like cool too with Reflect Light Screen, but I think that changes everything, right? Like everything's been
Moved around.
reduced damage the same amount, so I think easy S tier still. He's still gonna run the game. And I think that it's even outside of it being funny, these are just like the 6 best Pokemon in the game. The only one I can make an argument for not is Whimsicott and maybe like Incineroar.
Yeah, yeah. And I just think like King Gambit, he's just so consistent, so good. He fits on any team. He is just a great steel type too. Like you're always using him. I do think Ape is interesting. Same with Mouse being a little bit more relevant. Like they can shut him down a little bit more.
Yeah.
How do you feel about nerfed Golden Go?
Nerf Golden Go, in my opinion, still very strong. I think people were overreacting a little bit. I think the nerfs are brutal, but B tier, yeah, I'm happy with that. I think it's A or B. Curious to see, King Gambit's going to be everywhere, but it's able to do a lot of damage back to like Basculegion. Setting up with Nasty Plot's still very, very good. You can run Scarf sets, you can run Power Gem. Like I just think Golden Go's still that guy. He's not going to be the best guy, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think he's still like he used to be Mr. Consistent. That's what everyone loved him for. But I think he just is a little bit more finicky, right? He can miss. He lowers himself a little bit more. But like at the end of the day, a +2 Make It Rain is still a +2 Make It Rain, whether or not you lose 2 stats, right? Like that's just kind of how it is. So I think
the 2 stats is correct nerf, dude. The missing is a little cringe.
I think it's a little cringe. I think it just shouldn't miss. But I think the -2 makes a lot of sense. I think the move is really absurdly powerful. And I think even with losing the tools of Terra, I think he needed a little something. But I think he's still great. I think people overreacted on Twitter, as is the usual. Sinistcha feels like it got much better in the new regulation. I almost want to put it in A.
I think it is an A tier Pokemon. I think people are just realizing how broken it is with Incin and like just kind of a support the queen archetype. I just feel like even Wolf Steelix team was him showcasing how good Sinistcha is with that Dragon Dance T-Tar. So I think Sinistcha, it just took a minute for people to realize like how do I run it optimally, and so it is A tier again.
Yeah, and I think too, like with the additions, it synergizes incredibly well with Staraptor. It synergizes really good with stuff like even Swampert. It's good into Swampert, right? There's a lot of like I think the way that the meta has shifted and changed, I think it just got a little bit better. And it was also just slowly rising in terms of its value, like you mentioned.
Also, Loki, I think we should move regular D-Knight down to C. I don't think it's B tier. I was wrong.
I'm okay with that. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I like that. I think Venusaur could move down too. Am I crazy?
Yeah. No, you're not crazy.
Polito's got to stay #1 because he's the captain. Okay, last Pokemon here. Archaludon. How are we feeling about Archaludon, dude? I think he got big buffs.
I think he's B tier, yeah. I think he's got some better partners right now, and I think he is still very annoying. There's no Assault Vest yet, but he's still pretty good. Like I think Rain just being a little bit better than before is very nice for him.
I think he also just finally has a Mega that he just like loves being next to, right? Like I think Swampert and him just have really excellent synergy. It gives you this 2-threat, like double like threat approach that's really hard to deal with. Pelipper synergizes incredibly well with both of them, and Sinny synergizes incredibly well with both of them. Like those 4 together is just a really good cohesive Rain team. And then you usually see Grimmsnarl, of course, or Sableye. But yeah, I think that he's really loving what's going down in this format. He loves screens, he loves Sinny, he loves Rain. Those things all got a little bit better, so I think he's gotten a little better too.
He's finally found a home, dude. He finally found a Mega, dude.
He did it. He did it, dude. He
Yeah.
found him. But yeah, so that's going to be our tier list here. We've got our S tier. It's looking pretty good. Obviously, we're pretty early in the format, so give us some grace, please. But other than that, I think it's a pretty solid tier list. Again, everything you can use like all the way to D. You could make some of these F tier guys work, but you just got to work really extra hard. But I think I'm liking this list. I think we got a pretty good one here.
I think it's perfect. I don't think a single thing's wrong, and I think it's ordered too. I think if you disagree, you should let us know in the comments.
That's true.
Tell us why we're wrong, dude. Tell us why we're wrong.
But thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this odyssey of a tier list, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.